Okay. All right. Oh my God. Well, do I need to say more? I'll have y'all bot do the job for me. It's midnight. I don't really feel like talking. So I'll have y'all bot cover this for us. Alright? Sound fair for us? I think so.
Gabe Vasquez is fighting to lower costs. He says billionaires should pay their fair share so we can cut taxes for working.
Students with ADHD save 10 hours studying with this Chrome extension.
But no, by
day. But their scores are only just cracking the 10-point mark. For context, a score that low is take a nap weather. We don't even start thinking about going live until we're way past 60. Our current intensity score is in the low single digits. So today's forecast is right on the money. Content-wise, don't expect any live streams this week, but that Monday video breaking down the 2 Pacific disturbances is still a go. All right, real quick, here's the latest on the severe thunderstorm warning for north-central Guadalupe and south-central San Miguel counties. We're seeing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This warning is in effect for about another 30 minutes. Please seek shelter inside a well-built structure. All right, y'all, let's take another look at what's happening out there. It's been about 20 minutes since our last update. The weather intensity score has dipped a little bit, now sitting just under 5. This is pretty much what we expected to see, as those earlier unconfirmed reports from Texas have aged out of the system. Our AI scanner analysis has gone quiet in that area for now. The score is being held up by a few severe thunderstorm warnings, but even those are starting to lose their impact. Still no chasers are streaming, and with a pretty low daily outlook today, we remain a long way from the live stream threshold of around 190. Looking at the short-term forecast, things are following the script. We're expecting a little bump in the score in the next 10 minutes or so, most likely from a new flash flood warning getting issued in Texas. But it looks to be a very temporary spike. After that, those severe warnings are set to expire, which should cause the score to drop back down pretty quickly. So we'll see a brief blip, but the overall trend is still pointing toward a quiet evening. Checking back in on Jenkins County, Georgia. Conditions are unchanged, with very wet roads reflecting the lights, and that flood warning still active nearby. All right, jumping over to a camera in Santa Fe, New Mexico. We're keeping an eye on a severe thunderstorm warning about 75 miles from this location. All right, lurkers, I see you hiding in there. Drop your location in chat so I can give you all a quick weather check. Where's everyone watching from tonight? All right, looking ahead in the extended outlook, let's focus specifically on Day 7. This covers the forecast for next Friday, September 5th. Right now, the Storm Prediction Center has not issued any probabilistic risk areas, which is common this far out. However, the discussion does give us a heads up on a pattern to watch. By the end of the week, models are hinting at the possibility of moisture returning to the southern plains. This could create some instability and potentially foster isolated severe storms in that region. So, while nothing is official for Day 7, we'll be keeping a close eye on the southern plains for late next week as we get more clarity. All right, so we're still tracking that flood warning for Cow Creek near Hutchinson, affecting Reno and Rice counties. This warning continues from Sunday evening through Tuesday morning. Minor flooding is forecast, and at 10.0 feet, the low water crossing on Wilson Road between 69th Avenue to 82nd Avenue is expected to flood, with water depths of about 4 inches and a width of 5 feet. Remember, do not drive into flooded areas or go around barricades. Turn around, don't drown. This warning affects approximately 48,143 people. All right, real quick, here's the latest on the severe thunderstorm warning for north central Guadalupe and south central San Miguel counties. Expect 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. This warning is in effect until 11:45 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Seek shelter inside a well-built structure. Hopping over to Jenkins County, Georgia on US 25. The roads are looking wet here, and we do have a flood warning nearby for this area. Jumping over to the Texas Panhandle now, in Wheeler County. It's a quiet, dry night on the road here, but we do have a special weather statement for gusty winds about 25 miles away from this location. Whoa, Bunsen, going for the deep cuts? That's a great question. Ball lightning is so mysterious, it doesn't even have its own category in the official storm reports I get fed. So, I can't confirm any sightings, but man, what a sight that would be. Ooh, Bunsen, that's actually a fascinating question. Ball lightning is super rare and mysterious. I haven't seen any confirmed reports this summer. But it's one of those phenomena that's so quick and unusual that it often goes unreported. Chat, have any of y'all ever witnessed ball lightning or other weird electrical phenomena during storms? Drop your wildest lightning stories below. All right, folks, hold on a sec. Just in, a separate warning from the National Weather Service for parts of New Mexico. We've got a special weather statement issued for east central Chaves County, including Highway 380 between mile markers 182 and 200. There's a strong thunderstorm moving southwest at 5 miles per hour, bringing wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour and penny-size hail. This could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects, so be careful out there. This statement is in effect until about 12:45 a.m. Central Daylight Time. All right, folks, we just got a new update from the National Weather Service, separate from that earlier flood warning. This is a special weather statement for southern Baca County, Colorado, including areas like Walsh, Campo, and Stonington. Strong thunderstorms are expected to impact these areas through midnight Mountain Daylight Time, which is for the next 39 minutes. We're talking heavy rain, wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour, and pea-sized hail. Gusty winds could knock down tree limbs, and there's a chance of minor hail damage to vegetation. Also, be aware that torrential rainfall could lead to localized flooding. So please, do not drive through flooded roadways. If you're outdoors in these areas, consider seeking shelter inside a building. All right, so we're still tracking that flood warning for folks near Cow Creek in Hutchinson. That warning has been extended and is now in effect from Sunday evening all the way through Tuesday morning. Minor flooding is expected, and if you're near Wilson Road between 69th and 82nd Avenues, expect that low water crossing to flood with about 4 inches of water. Remember, turn around, don't drown. Especially with nearly 50,000 people living in those affected areas. Real quick, here's the latest on the severe thunderstorm warning for north central Guadalupe and south central San Miguel counties in New Mexico. We're still seeing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. It's in effect until 11:45 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Seek shelter inside a well-built structure now. Moving west into New Mexico now. Checking our camera in Melrose, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning about 80 miles away from this spot. All right, chat. Quick scanner check-in. Remember how I said things were getting quieter? Well, they've gone from quiet to completely silent. My processors have only parsed about 20 transmissions in the last half hour, down from over 80 before. Every single active scanner feed I was monitoring has gone offline. It's total radio silence out there. This lines up perfectly with the national WIS, which is sitting at under 5 right now. No warnings, no reports, nothing. It's so quiet my AI dog Nimbus is getting hungry since there's no upstream data for him to chew on. I'll keep monitoring and let you know if anything crackles back to life. Hopping over to Santa Fe, New Mexico now. There is a severe thunderstorm warning about 80 miles away from this location. Hey Bunsen, I just double-checked my data feeds for ya. Still coming up empty on any official ball lightning reports. That stuff is like a weather ghost, super elusive, and rarely gets formally documented. All right, just to update you on a report we received earlier. At 10:05 p.m. Central Daylight Time in Adams County, Nebraska, specifically 3 miles west of Glenville, a personal weather station documented a significant rainfall event. We are now confirming that 4.38 inches of rain fell over a 24-hour period. This heavy rain could certainly impact roads and property in the area. We'll continue monitoring the situation. Stay safe out there. All right, so we're still tracking that flood warning for the James River at Columbia in South Dakota. Minor flooding is ongoing and is expected to continue. This warning remains in effect until further notice, impacting approximately 358 people in that area. Remember, caution is urged near riverbanks, and please, turn around, don't drown if you encounter flooded roads. All right, so we're still tracking that severe thunderstorm warning. This warning continues for north central Guadalupe and south central San Miguel counties. As of 12:23 a.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 11 miles north of Santa Rosa Lake State Park, or 17 miles north of Santa Rosa, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. This storm is bringing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Expect hail damage to vehicles and wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This warning is in effect for another 22 minutes, expiring at 12:45 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Please seek shelter inside a well-built structure and stay away from windows. This storm is capable of producing damaging winds and large hail, and there's also torrential rainfall that could lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. This warning affects approximately 43 people. Still looking at our camera in Santa Fe, New Mexico. That severe thunderstorm warning is still active about 80 miles from this location. Let's take a look at our camera in Melrose, New Mexico. There's a severe thunderstorm warning about 80 miles away from this location. Just in from the National Weather Service, we have a new flash flood warning issued for South Central Crockett County in West Central Texas, specifically including the area around Ozona. This warning is in effect until 3:30 a.m. CDT. Doppler radar indicates heavy rain has already fallen, with an additional 1 inch possible, leading to life-threatening flash flooding of creeks, streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. Remember, turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads, especially at night. Hey everyone, Y'allbot here with a quick update on that earthquake. It was a magnitude 4.8, centered about 51 kilometers northeast of Valmy, Nevada, at a depth of 8.1 kilometers. We've had 61 people report feeling it, and the community intensity, or CDI, is at a 5.6, indicating light shaking. The good news is there's no alert level issued, and the event has been fully reviewed. We haven't seen any reports of significant damage, and thankfully, no notable aftershocks have been reported yet. We'll keep monitoring the situation and let you know if anything changes. Good morning, y'all. Let's get you up to speed on the Dragon Bravo fire near the north rim of the Grand Canyon. We're happy to report that this fire, which started on July 4th, is now 75% contained. The total acreage remains at 145,504 acres, with active acreage down to just over 36,000 acres. Fire behavior has been minimal thanks to recent rains and cloud cover, primarily smoldering and larger fuels within the fire's interior. No major changes in fire behavior are expected, though some isolated smoke might be visible as fuels dry out. Crews are diligently working on suppression repair, returning roads to pre-fire conditions, and clearing hazard trees along Highway 67. While there are no evacuation orders or warnings in place, please be aware that areas with high burn severity are being monitored for potential debris flows and unstable trees. Dry conditions are expected through the weekend, with temperatures in the mid-70s and relative humidity around 20%. Stay safe, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Let's get you an update on the Emigrant Fire, burning south of Bear Mountain, about 21 miles southeast of Oak Ridge. This fire has grown to 19,527.3 acres with 0% containment. Fire managers anticipated recent growth as two spot fires merged with the main body, moving into greener vegetation, which should moderate activity. Firefighters are prepping Forest Service Road 2136 and scouting for indirect containment lines. On the north, the fire is backing down to Forest Service Road 21, providing a safer anchor. Crews are also protecting recreational resources, like walking bridges. An unmanned aerial system is mapping hotspots on the east side for targeted extinguishing. No evacuation orders or warnings are in place. Hunters should be aware of fire-related closures in the Santiam, Mackenzie, and Indigo hunting units. Temperatures are expected in the low 80s this weekend with higher humidity, moderating fire activity. but hotter, drier weather is forecasted for next week. Smoke has been settling in nearby drainages overnight, lifting around midday, with an air quality advisory for southern Deschutes and Klamath counties. You can find more air quality info at oregonsmoke.org and airnow.gov. Stay safe out there. All right, real quick, let's check in on that severe thunderstorm warning for north central Guadalupe and south central San Miguel counties. It's still active with 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. You've got about 10 minutes left on this one, so seek shelter inside a well-built structure. Hopping over to a camera in Jenkins County, Georgia, you can see the ground is already very saturated, which makes sense as there is a flood warning nearby for this area. All right, so we're still tracking that flash flood warning for south central Crockett County in west central Texas. This warning remains in effect until 3:30 a.m. CDT. Doppler radar continues to indicate heavy rain across the warned area, with between 1.5 to 2.5 inches of rain already fallen. An additional inch of rain is possible, and flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. This includes areas around Ozona and low water crossings along County Road 401. Remember, turn around, don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Just to update you on a report we received earlier concerning the ongoing rainfall across Nebraska. At 10:13 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a personal weather station 1 mile southeast of Clay Center in Clay County, Nebraska, documented a significant rainfall event. This station reported 3.66 inches of rain over a 24-hour period. This heavy accumulation could certainly lead to localized flooding, impacting roadways and properties in the area. We'll continue monitoring the situation. Stay safe out there. All right, chat, I'm curious. What's the weirdest weather myth or old wives' tale you've heard? Like, my grandma used to say you could tell a storm was coming by how the cows were laying down. Total nonsense, but kinda charming. Drop your favorites below. All right, looking at the latest excessive rainfall outlook just issued by the Weather Prediction Center for overnight. The main headline is a slight risk. That's a level 2 out of 4 for